Hey everybody, welcome back to Captain Vitus Anime Reviews, the segment on the Captain Vitus Show where we review anime, and hey, welcome back to our Studio Ghibli series. This is a series I decided, hey, I want to review Studio Ghibli movies. They're anime, they're some of the greatest ones out there, so I thought, yeah, and today we're going to continue that, because I love Studio Ghibli movies, I love reviewing them, because they're fun, they're easy to make, they allow for very frequent uploads, and it means I get to watch some of the greatest animated films of all time over and over again, which is just lovely for me. And today we are going to be talking about yet another Studio Ghibli classic, another of Hayao Miyazaki's great works. I am talking, of course, of Porco Rosso, so let's begin. So Porco Rosso is about this veteran World War I fighter pilot who now World War I's over and he's just kind of chilling out, you know, he'll take contract jobs whenever he needs them, he fights pirates. He's just a really cool pilot and he runs around fighting people, doing things, saving the day. Oh yeah, and he's been cursed to look like a pig. Like, normal human body, he's a pig. He's pig up here. A normal human body, but a pig. What a twist. And believe it or not, as big a Studio Ghibli fan I am, this is one of those movies that took me an incredibly long time to get around to. I hadn't seen this one for a long while. A lot of the movies I'll be reviewing from Studio Ghibli are movies I've seen up to 3 to 5 times. This one, I saw it my first time last night because the Blu-ray recently came out. And I gotta say, once again, I was not let down. This movie is absolutely great. And this is one of those Miyazaki movies that really doesn't have much of an overarching plot. And I don't mean like it doesn't have conflict and characters and stuff, because it has those, of course it does. But it's one of those movies that isn't just an insane, crazy epic, kind of like the film we reviewed yesterday, Castle in the Sky, where that is an epic journey of epic proportions. Porco Rosso isn't that. But I like that, and let me explain why. Porco Rosso kind of reminded me of another Miyazaki film, My Neighbor Totoro, where honestly, not a ton happens. This is more of just a day in the life, you know? It's one of those things. It's more of just a lighthearted adventure for you to go on, you know? You sit there, you're like, hey, there's not some crazy evil baddie or anything in this movie. We're just like, hey, here is our character, and we're going on a little adventure with him, and it's gonna be a fun one. It's one of those movies that proves you really don't need some epic grand storyline just to keep someone's attention. You can just have a good, warm adventure like this, where you're just sitting along, you're like, oh, I like that, ooh, there's a character coming in, and it will just burn a permanent smile into your face. That's Porco Rosso. But I'm telling you, that's a big part of why I loved this movie, is because you don't need to watch him go up against Goliath or anything. It's just like, hey, I want to watch Porco Rosso go in a dogfight, and he'll go in a dogfight. You're like, that's fun, I want to watch him fight pirates. Then he'll be fighting pirates, and then you'll see him just talk with people, and it's entertaining. I'm telling you, the dialogue in this movie is the best I've ever seen from a Miyazaki film, because it is so fantastic. Mainly because of the characters. The characters back and forth with each other is genuinely funny, and it's so fun to watch. It's wildly entertaining just to watch characters go back and forth with each other, because sometimes you'll get Porco with his female engineer companion, and you know, they'll have a little funny thing to say. Then you'll get him with his American fighter pilot rival, and it'll be, you know, epic and grungy, or something like that. It's just fun to watch these characters talk, because the dialogue is just so lovable. And Porco Rosso is just a great character in general. I really liked his character, because let's just ignore the fact he's a pig for a second and just look at him as a pilot character. He's perfect. Like, he's sit there, he's got that smooth, cool pilot talk thing, you know, where he'll have some whiskey and he'll be like smooth and stuff like that. But he can also be incredibly stubborn too, which is great. There's a great scene in this movie where him and his rival are fighting in the air and both their guns get jammed. So just as stubborn people they are, they just start throwing things at each other, just like, you won't hit me! And I love that. I love that because he's just a lovable idiot in that form, and then he can be that smooth, cool talker, and he can be funny at times. He can be really funny. And he's voiced by Michael Keaton, who just gives this character such incredible depth. I loved Michael Keaton's work here. Like, I thought he was fantastic in the role. He fit the voice perfectly. He made it, you know, dark and rough when it needed to be, but then he could be funny, and I love that. All that being said, if I had to bring up one issue about the movie, I would say Porco Rosso's a pig. He was a human who was turned into a pig, and I wish they kind of went over how that happened a little more, because they kind of do, and when I say kind of, I mean hardly at all. Like, there's one point where it's like, how'd you turn into a pig? And, you know, Porco Rosso says something beautiful and metaphorical, and it's beautiful, and yeah, sure, but like, dude, you're a pig. How did that, you're a pig! You are a human, now you're a pig with a mustache and goggles. I want to know how that happened. So in the end, Porco Rosso is yet another fantastic film from Hayao Miyazaki. Sure, I would have liked to see more of the how did he turn into a pig element in there, but at the same time, that's not something that broke the movie for me. In fact, it was a nitpick of anything, because as you're watching the movie, you could care less about that just because you're having such a great time with it. Which is why I'd say, if you haven't seen Porco Rosso, if you're like me and you've waited all this time, go check it out. If you can, which you should be able to because it just came out on Blu-ray. Speaking of which, buy this movie. Buy it. It is one of those flicks that I can tell I'm going to want to go back to and relive over and over again because it's short and it's fun. That is a great thing about Porco Rosso. And the Blu-ray just came out. This is actually one of the new ones that came out. Studio Ghibli's re-releasing all their movies on Blu-ray. It came out with this, another film that I might be reviewing tomorrow. Raccoons. So with that being said, guys, Porco Rosso is definitely deserving of an A out of 10. Hey everybody, thank you so very much for watching my video review for Porco Rosso. I want to hear what you think. Have you seen the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you going to see it? Or are you going to skip it? Whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comment section below because I want to hear them. And as always, guys, if you like this video, sure to hit that subscribe button because that would make it great so you can follow all my future uploads. Sure to hit that like button because it really helps me out. And be sure to leave a comment because I love comments. And as always, guys, if you like the video that much, you want to go the extra mile to support the show, consider sharing it. I would be grateful, grateful, grateful. Also, you should check out Austin Gaby. That's right, Austin Gaby won our Oscar bet, which means I am obligated to call him out and pump his show for an entire month, which I will gladly do. So check out Austin Gaby's channel and check out Cinema Darling's channel because he is on that channel a lot. Do all that, but most importantly, stay classy. Yeah. Seriously, why? Look at that. Look at, do you need that? It was in the new section. It's in the new section at Best Buy. I know it's new. I know it's new. What about when it's not new? Are you going to get rid of the sticker? You're killing me. You're killing me. Also this, I don't like that shit.